I'd asked on Instagram if you guys wanted to see a video with the Amrezi palette, the new Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette, or the recently depotted new Milani eyeshadows that I posted a picture of also on Instagram. And the Milani kind of went out as a whole and people really want to see how I depotted them. I know there's been a load of videos on these particular shadows up on YouTube, and so I kind of wasn't gonna do a video on them, but people really want to see it and see my thoughts on it, so I thought I would go ahead and do that today. And the shadows that I'm talking about are the new Milani Bella Eyes gel powder eyeshadows, and they come in a compact that looks like this here. And this shade right here is number 16 Bella Champagne. I actually bought 20 of them. I was in CVS just yesterday and I had some extra bucks, which is cool. They were $4.49 and they weren't, I got a hair, sorry. They weren't buy one get one half off. And CVS kind of took me, man, because they're $3.99 on the website, and I heard they're $3.99 at Walgreens. Granted, I'm nowhere near a Walgreens, but that was my chance to get them. I went to 2 CVS's in town to see if they had the buy one get one, and one CVS didn't even have a display of these, and I live 100 miles away from a CVS, so that was my shot to get them, and I really wanted them, so I went ahead and I got 20 of them, and I checked my basket over like 5 times to make sure I didn't have any duplicates, and I managed to get one duplicate. And then depotting one, I cracked the pan, or the little terracotta plate underneath the shadow, so that one's done for too. So I have a total of 18 to show you today. And I also have a demo on the look that's on my eyes right now, which is these eyeshadows. So I'm going to go ahead and show them to you. This is a Sephora domed Z palette that Sephora sells. It's the thicker one. I had originally had all 18 in a normal standard size Z palette, and they did fit, but the plastic I noticed just barely grazed the top of the shadows, so I went ahead and I put them in the domed palette. Granted, they did fit really nicely in this palette, but just for the sake of, I went ahead and put them in a domed palette. Now this palette here will fit 18 of these shadows. I couldn't arrange them any other way to get more than 18 in the standard size palette. Now the domed palette, which has got the 18 in here, hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully I'm not giving you guys useless information. But this one here has the 18 eyeshadows in there, and then I can fit 5 more in these spaces right here. I can't fit another row of 6 down here, but I can fit one, you know, in between spots. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get 5 more of the eyeshadows next time I run into a display of the ones that I didn't get and the one that I cracked, so that I can fill up the palette. And I do, from my first experience here and just using them, I do really like these. I think that they're really nice, and for drugstore quality and all that, I really like them. They built nicely, they blended nicely. I think that for colors that are this bright, that they're very wearable. If I were to pick the same color family of shades in like a brand such as Urban Decay and went ahead and did this look, it would have came out way more in your face than this. So depending on you know, how much of a pop you want out of your eyeshadows will depend on whether or not you like these. If you like super intense in your face color, these will require more building to do that. And the fact that these aren't as I mean, they're pigmented, but there's a little bit more of a filler to them, and they don't go on so in your face. I like that fact because they're a lot easier to wear. So if you're a little scared of color and you want to dabble in it, these are going to be something for you. I think that they're very easy to use, easy to build, easy to sheer out. They're easy to apply. I did have a little bit of fallout with this purple shade. Other than that, I didn't have any other fallout on my face as far as the shades are concerned. I used this shade underneath the brow, and I wanted a little bit of gold, and this is a little bit too gold than I like, so I put this over this shade right here, and it came out with a nice light yellow color, because the line didn't really have a yellow shade per se. But I really like these. I think that they're nice. Based off of other videos that I had seen, people were really oohing and awing over the swatches of the shadows. Now when I first swatched them, I thought that they were nice, but I didn't think, oh my god, those are so pigmented. I don't know if it was the texture that I had felt or what exactly about them that didn't trigger that in my mind, but the way that I had swatched them and the way that they felt, I kind of had an idea of how they were going to apply, so I wasn't really disappointed how they went on the eyes based off of prior swatches, if that makes any sense. They do come in an array of finishes. There's matte, satin, and I think metallic. So here's an up close of the shadows, and I'll just name them off for you. This one's Bella Ivory, this one is Bella Sand, Bella Champagne, Bella Cappuccino, Bella Taupe, and Bella Gray. And then you have got Bella Pink, Bella Rose, Bella Fuchsia, Bella Rouge, Bella Violet, and Bella Purple. Granted, they all start with Bella, so Bella Chiffon, Bella Mandarin, Bella Gold, Bella Copper, Bella Bronze, and Bella Khaki. So they are showing up in my viewfinder here very, very true to color. So here is Ivory, Sand, Champagne, and Cappuccino right there. Then you have Taupe, Gray, Pink, and Rose. Granted, these are all Bella this and Bella that, but I'm just going to say the name. Then you have Fuchsia, Rouge, Violet, and Purple right there. These next ones are Chiffon, Mandarin, Gold, and Copper. And then the last two I have are Bronze and Khaki right there. So the shadows for me kind of performed how I had expected them to based off myself swatching them last night. I didn't find any surprises. I do really like, they're smooth and they're very buttery, and I was able to build and blend very easily. I think that they're very easily wearable, which I do like about that. You know, depending on what look you're going for will kind of depend on whether or not you like something like this versus something like Urban Decay. For me, this is a very wearable, bright but not too bright of a look, which I like. Now, to get into how I depotted them, it wasn't in my best interest to film the depotting process. Expensive camera, fire, sharp objects and plastic smoke just didn't sound like a good idea to me. So I'm just going to show you the construction of the little pot and how I went about depotting them so that you guys can do it. It's kind of similar to a lot of the depotting methods that you can see or search on YouTube, where they use the heat or fire or whatever to melt the plastic and pop them out. But so this is the compact right here, and what I did, if you can see right here, it says peel here. I peeled this sticker off because I think when I get the other 5, I want to create a sheet and probably tape it on the back of my Z palette with the shade names on there. But the sticker, the top layer of the sticker will peel off, and you'll get something like this. So I did peel those off first to save the little sticker for later use, and so that I can put them on the back of the palette and be able to see what shades are in there without having to pick up the actual little pot in the palette. So and then after I did that, I took an X-Acto knife or a razor blade here, and there you can see the this is the only place in the whole compact that has a separation right here. And so I stuck it in, I wedged it into this right here, and then I popped it like that, and this plastic piece will pop off like this. It comes off the back of that compact like that. I'm not going to show you this one. This is the extra one that I accidentally bought duplicates of, because I'm going to give it to my mom. So after this plastic piece was popped off the back, you have got something that looked kind of similar to this. This is one that I had already taken out. So once that plastic piece was off, you were in direct contact with the plastic that's underneath the pan where the glue is holding the shadow inside the pot. So I then took what is my candle holder here, which fire, and I took about 10 seconds is where it averaged to be the best time limit, and I used the very tip of the flame to warm up this circular part right here of the bottom of the shadow, and I just went like this using the tip of the flame because that's where it's hottest. At about 10 seconds was about perfect. You can see the shine of the black plastic will go away, and you'll have a slight layer of a sooty looking look to it. That's when you know it's ready. And I do recommend putting like a leather glove on whatever hand you're using to hold the shadow, so that once you've got it heated to where you want it, and you're going to grab the knife that you are going to use once this plastic is warm to push the shadow out, you can grab this part of, instead of just the lid here, like when I fired it up I held the lid like this and, you know, did it like this, and then as soon as that was done, I grabbed it by this so that I could hold it securely, and that shadow would pop out and land into my hand. And I took a knife, and you have to do it pretty quick, and I went right through the center of the back of this while it was warm and pushed it out. And I had to kind of push her out center first and then kind of around it till it came up enough. Some of them popped out really easy, and some of them I needed to go back in with the razor blade and kind of lift it up. But you do have to be, you know, you have to be careful and have some patience while you're doing it. And then your shadow comes out, and what they're sitting on is actually like a I don't know, it's like a terracotta type pan, or what they use to bake products on. And some people have said that they thought that they were gel, or they might dry out or something. There's nothing gel-like as far as a finished product goes. They're a straight up powder eyeshadow to me. I think that they're gel is because they may have been a gel form before they cooked them or baked them to make them like this. So there is a pan, you can see right there, there's the pan. And then I stuck a magnet. These just come with Z palettes, and I wrote the actual name of the number and the name of the shadow on the back on the magnet and kind of on the pan there. But like I said, I'm going to use those stickers to put it on the back of the palette when I officially have that together. But that is how I depotted them. And then you have your compact here, which I totally know is like a waste of packaging, but I just know, like, I depotted them before I even used them. I got home and it was just in my mind how bad I wish that these were in a palette, because I know I neglect single eyeshadows for the very fact that I don't like to reach for a whole bunch of singles. I'd much rather dip into a palette. So I was bound and determined to figure out how to get these out. And I do not recommend going in through the top and trying to pry them out, because you're gonna it's very easy to nick the dome of the shadow through the top of the pan. So, and the one shadow that I did break, the shadow actually didn't break. The little pan, or the little clay or terracotta or whatever it's baked on, that actually cracked. Like, I don't know if it was a weak one or what, but it cracked, and the shadow popped off the thing. And I don't know how to secure it. I don't know, I might try alcohol to secure it and super glue, or I don't know, I might just throw it away and get a new one, I don't know. But that actually cracked, so you do have to be careful when you're doing it. But it was pretty easy. It only took me about an hour to do 18 of them. So in any event, I hope that was helpful if you want to depot your shadows and stuff like that. And if you're interested in seeing a demo of how they first applied in the look that's on my eyes right now, which I really, really like it, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. So I have a new Tarte eye primer here today, so you guys can get kind of a first impressions on this as well. I like really sticky, hydrating eye bases because I have dry lids. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't particularly like to just draw product on. I'm going to take my my finger here and just get some product on there, like just kind of like this, and then I'm going to put it from the lash line to underneath the brow. I'm just going to dive into this shade right here, which is Bella Pink number 13, I believe, on a flat shader brush. I'm just going to load up my brush with this here. Tap off the excess, which is something I always do, and then I'm going to go ahead and pack this right onto the lid. Pick up a bit more. This one is a frosty one. That was a Goss number 18 brush, that flat shader, by the way. Now I'm going to take a Goss number 3 brush, it's a fluffy brush, and pick up this shade right here, which is the Bella Ivory shade. I'm just going to pick up that on my brush here, and I'm going to put that right underneath the brow. Now on a Hakuhodo blending brush, I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is called Bella Purple number 15. I'm just going to load my brush up with that. And by nature, I always tap my brush to make sure that there's no excess or avoid fallout if there's going to be any. And so far, no fallout, so cool. I'm going to go right into the crease with this purple shade. I feel flecks falling on my face, I really do. Fallout with the purple, I'm going to get rid of that right away. Maybe I didn't tap hard enough. Now I'm going to take this skinny Hakuhodo brush here and pick up that same number 15 purple shade right here and load up my brush, tap it off pretty good because that purple does have fallout, and I'm going to go ahead and shape my outer corner here. Now on a Goss number 19 brush, I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is called number 19 Bella Rouge. I'm just going to pick that up on my number 19 brush here and tap it off pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend out that, that whole edge of that purple, starting in the beginning here. And then going outwards. Pick up a bit more. Like that. And then I'm going to take a Goss number 4 brush and I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is kind of an orange. It's called number 27 Bella Mandarin. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this up here, tap it off, and I'm going to blend out the pink with that that mandarin shade. I'm going to put a little bit in the front as well. And then go back in with that Goss number 19 brush. I'm not going to pick up any more product again, but I'm just going to go right over this here. I like that. I want to put a little bit of gold in there. I want a little bit of gold underneath the brow. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take the Goss number 3 brush again, and I'm going to pick up this shade, which is a metallic-y gold shade. It is called number 22 Bella Gold, and I'm gonna pick up just a bit because I from swatching them on my fingers, this is one of the metallic, really pigmented ones, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of that because I don't want too much, and I'm gonna go over the ivory shade that we put down here. Yes, perfect. It's not too gold. It mixed with the ivory. It's kind of a light yellow gold. Cool. Yeah. Like that. A little bit more mandarin, I think. Let's pick up a little bit more of this mandarin shade and run it right here. I really like it. I just finished up my eye makeup and just like kept going and totally forgot to film my lips. But if you don't know already, I do list everything that's on my entire face in the description box down below, and I'll just go ahead and tell you I lined my lips with the IT Cosmetics waterproof nude lip liner in the color Nude Light Medium, and then I filled in the entire lip with the Bite Beauty matte cream lip crayon in the color Kumquat. So that's the lips. Again, everything will be listed down below, but I really like how the look came together. Like, I really like it. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.